In this lesson, we explored Python dictionaries, a powerful built-in data structure that allows data to be stored in key-value pairs. Dictionaries are widely used for their flexibility, readability, and efficiency in data handling. By end of this lesson, you will be able to create dictionaries using key-value syntax, access and retrieve values from dictionaries using keys, work with nested dictionaries to represent the complex data structures, utilize basic dictionary structures such as get, update, keys, and pop for efficient data manipulation. So in Python, dictionaries are used to store data using something called key value pairs. A key is a unique name or label, and the value is the data or information connected to that key. The method allows you to access information quickly by using the key instead of needing to know its position like in a list. Unlike lists, dictionaries do not keep the order in which items are added. That means they are unordered collections. For example, just like in a real life dictionary where you look up the meaning of a word in Python, you use a key to find the value directly. Dictionaries are very useful when you want to store and retrieve data without needing to remember its index position. Or rather, you can basically retrieve the data by using some meaningful name such as student's name linked to their marks or a product code linked to its price. Dictionaries are created using curly braces. Inside the braces, each item is written as a key followed by a colon and then the value. For example, you can write a dictionary like this. Key 1 maps to value 1 and key 2 maps to value 2. This is how we tell Python which value is connected to which key. This format helps Python know what each key means and what data it wants to. You can add as many key value pairs as you want, just separate them with commas. Now you might wonder when you use a list and when should you use a dictionary? The answer is simple. Use a list when your data is ordered and position mattered, like a list of numbers or names. Use a dictionary when you want to label your data and quickly find values using name or key like student name and their marks. If you are dealing with a collection where the order matters or simply looping through a series of values without needing labels, a list is often the better choice. It's straightforward, keeps the items in sequence, and works well when each item's position carries meaning. However, when you need to associate data with specific labels or identifiers and you want to quickly look things up without caring about order, a dictionary is more appropriate. Dictionaries let you connect a meaningful key with its value, which makes your code readable and your data easier to manage, especially in larger or more complex programs. The trade-off is between simplicity and order with lists versus labeling and quick access with dictionaries. Think of it this way. Use a list when you care about what comes next and use a dictionary when you care about what this item represents. Ultimately, your choice should be guided by how you plan to retrieve or process the data. As far as your program when it grows, choosing the right structure early on make your code both cleaner and more efficient. Now, say all of this when you choose a dictionary and when you choose a list. Let us now see few practical examples with dictionary, how we can work with dictionary. Let me first create a dictionary and name it my dictionary or in short DICT and assign two key value pairs within it within single quote k1 colon v1 which stands for value 1, so I can write v1 and then again I should put comma and then inside single quote K2 and then colon V2. So if I now press enter and then try to see the output or what is stored in this dictionary, I will get this key value pairs. Now dictionaries are highly versatile, as I said, capable of storing wide range of data types as both keys and values. So what we'll do is now put another data structure inside the dictionary. So for example, my dictionary equals to key 1 and give value to it integer 123. Then I will have the second key, which is key 2, and assign a list to it. So for example, the list is 12 comma some value 22 comma 33. Now let us assign another list inside this dictionary and say key 3. Always the key should be within single quote, else it will throw an syntax error. So let me just correct this and then now assign the items in this list. So I'll say item 0 comma item 3 or item 1 rather, and then last one as item 2. There is a typo here. I'll correct this and then execute this line. Let's call the items of this dictionary and let us call the list within it with its key value, or rather with its key 3. So what I will do is that my dictionary, and here I can type or basically press on tab and then open and close square bracket and say key 3. So it basically outputs all the items of the key 3. So you can just imagine how we store data using the mobile number of customers. You can basically create a dictionary with the mobile numbers as key and then assign the values to it, like name, birth, and whatever you want to put it. So try to always connect it to the practical examples which we have. It makes your learning much more smoother and easier. Now also within this key 3 I can grab each item so of this list. So let me just show you how I can do that. I will say my dict and then key 3 and then tell which item I want to grab. So this is item 1 is at index 0. I will say 0 here and then say shift plus enter, and then it gives me the item 0 as output. Also what we can do is that I can apply the list methods when I am basically grabbing a list item. So for example, what I can do is that I'll just copy this line and then if I say dot and press on tab, you'll see all these items, or all this, sorry, rather methods are from list. So what I can do is that I can say upper and then press shift plus enter. So this converts this to uppercase letters. We can even operate with the operators on the dictionary element. So let me just show you how I can do that. So if you remember the key 1 which we had here, just let me show you. If I go up, the key 1 has value 1, 1, 2, 3. So if I say that my dictionary and then say key 1 and try to minus 123 from it, then I should see the value 1000 because it is negating the value 123. Remember, this line only executes locally and does not change the original value. In order to change the original value, there is something called as augmented assignment operators. We shall discuss about these operators in other use cases in future lessons. Let me show you how we can use it in our case. So what I would do is type my dictionary key 1 plus equals to 123. Now if I print my dictionary, you would see value of key 1 is 1246. This means it added to original value of 1123 and line 107 does not change the original dictionary value. Be careful, even if we delete this line, the kernel will still hold the value 1246. So if I execute the first line again, it still returns me 1123, negating 123 from 1246. This can be a major source of bug, so be careful. Let's move on now. We can also create new key value pairs. Let's create a new dictionary first. I would say D is equals to open and close curly brace. So I can say D and then within open and close square bracket animal as the key and its value is dog. Also there is a additional code here, that's why it is complaining. Also I can add one more element to it, say something like answer is equals to say 3. Now if I execute this line and try to output you should see both these elements or key value pairs inside the dictionary D. We discussed about nesting in case of lists. Nesting is also possible in dictionaries, which means there can be a dictionary inside dictionary. Let's try that. So let me write D is equals to open and close curly braces first. Then I would say key 1 and then I would open another curly braces and say nest key and again I would open another curly braces, so it's like nested inside nested and say sub nest key and then assign a value, just say value. Now I will try to call this sub nest key in the next line, say D and then key 1, this key 1 and then the nest key, so I will say nest key here and then again this sub nest key, so I should get the output as value. Let's see whether we get it. Sub nest key. Now you are getting a value here which shows you how we can grab values in case of a nested dictionary. Now let's discuss few important dictionary methods. So what I can do is that I can grab or return all the keys by using, say for example, or rather let me do one thing. Let me first create another dictionary or reassign values to this dictionary D. So I would say K1 and V1. Again another key value pair which is K2 and V2. Let me execute this. and then I want to return all the keys, I would say d dot keys. So it returns me all the keys within the dictionary D. Now if I do d dot values, it returns me all the values within the dictionary D. In order to return tuples of all items, tuples we'll soon learn about it in our next lesson. But in order to return tuples of all items, what we can do is that d dot items, and then you can see here we get all the key value pairs of the dictionary D. So this is all about dictionaries. See you in our next session, which will be about tuples.